Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and we got a fun hunt for you today. Now, I picked up 70 silver dollars locally, and full disclosure before we get into this hunt, guys, I don't expect to find any better dates or key dates. These were bought as calls, and they were priced as calls, so I'm not expecting to go through here and find anything super good. That being said, with calls, when you have circulated coins, sometimes you have cleaned ones, things like that. Maybe every once in a while you might find like a small semi-key that's not really worth anything in the grade that it's in, but if it were higher grade, it's good to find, and that's cool because I do like putting those aside. I've actually been thinking about putting maybe a set together, so it'll be fun to go through these and sort these and see if we find anything that maybe is just a little bit harder to put like a low end, call set together. It's still going to be hard to complete a call set because of course you need the 1893S, you need the 19030, you need a lot of the Carson Cities that are really expensive in low grades, the 85cc even in low grade is expensive, things like that. So it's not the easiest set to put together even in call or low grade, but it'd be a fun project, and why not? So we're going to get started with these 70s. Now, I don't have the album for it yet, so we'll probably get the album for a future video, but I will put aside what I find in different dates, and hopefully we can get kind of somewhere into the set. Now, we're going to do Morgan's, not the Peace Dollar set, so I won't be pulling aside the Peace Dollars, but of course, we'll be looking through the Peace Dollars for, maybe we'll get lucky and find 34 or 35 that's heavily circulated, but again, in lower grades, they're really not worth pulling aside. They're really only better in nicer grades. Okay, so that's what we have to do today, and I'm really excited to get into it, so let's get it. And guys, really quick, if you're new to the channel, we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, so I would absolutely appreciate it, guys, if you would check and make sure you're subscribed down below, and also click the bell so you don't miss future notifications. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Now, we are recording this video in 4K. So if you have a nice 4K TV, feel free to blow it up. We'll get these nice and close and keep them in focus. Now, of course, we're not going to be worrying too much about Peace Dollars, and Peace Dollars aren't even on page 89 of the gray sheet. But just an example. So here we go. We have an 1880. This is perfect for a low grade set. Of course, I'm not trying to get a low ball set because a low ball set is different where you try and get the absolute worst of every single date that you can get. A low grade set is one where you're just not really worried about the condition. You're just putting a set of dates and mint marks together. So we do have an 1880 right there that we will definitely put into our set. We'll go ahead and try and keep these organized. And this one right here, we have an 1889. This is also, no, this was an 80. So we got an 1889. Now this one right here, actually, the condition really isn't too bad. 1889. This actually doesn't really get better until AU. This is below AU, but it's probably an XF. It's very ugly. We'll go ahead and put that one here as well. That would be a candidate for one that might go into our future folder. And again, we'll do another video where we put that folder together. Now, we have a 26S right here. If I remember correctly, the 26S is actually not a bad date for Peace Dollars, but this one clearly has been cleaned, and that's why it's in the call bag. Here we go. We got a 1925. This is a Philly. Has good luster. This one's probably, same thing. It's circulated. It's a common day Peace Dollar. Still probably makes AU. That's really not bad for being in a call bag either. This one right here. So we got a 1921. Now, the thing about 21s is the 21 Philly is the most common of your Morgan silver dollars. That being said, this is not a 21 Philly. This has a mint mark on it. Take a look at that, guys. We actually have a 21 Denver. So it's still, 21s are super common. When you're putting these sets together, just because 21s are super common doesn't mean you want to get a really nice 21 and then the rest of the book look like trash. When you're putting a low grade set together, you want to make them all low grade. So you want to make sure you don't go too high. So even the 21, you want to find a circulated one. And speaking of, here we go with a 21. This one actually has a little bit of luster still remaining. And is that a mint mark on that one as well? Let's get it focused in and find out. We have another 21 Denver. That one's not bad. It's got some rub on the breast, of course. XF, maybe even AU on that one. So I actually like that coin. I might use that coin for the video in the future, but I think both of these are, this one's probably a candidate for our lower grade book because it's not really pretty. This one, I'm going to put that aside just because it's so nice. We'll go ahead and put that over here. We'll just do a recap with that one later. This one right here, we do have a 1900, and this is a 1900 Philly. Heavily circulated, obviously, probably an XF. There's actually not too much wear on the wings. 1900 at XF, though, I mean, I can see why this is in the call bag, because XFs only actually grade, if I'm looking at the gray sheet right, these are only $28 in the gray sheet, which with, you know, where silver is and with the premiums, that really does make that a call. So we will put that there. That's another candidate for a book. We'll go ahead and keep these in somewhat of a numerical order, just so I know what I'm getting myself into. We have a 19010, so that's really not bad as well. Let's see, we're actually getting a lot of different dates here. He did say there was a good mix of dates, just a lot of calls, you know, stuff he probably pulled out just to sell because the price is higher. And so, you know, whatever. So here we go. We got an 18890. Now, the thing about the 18890 is once you get into a high EU, uncirculated, this is an over $100 coin. In this grade, however, being that it's cleaned, it's heavily circulated, it's basically as common as pretty much any other date. So that is a very good candidate for our book. We had, did we already have an 8? We did. We had two 89Os. So if I were to pick between these two 89Os, I'd actually pick this one because of how low grade it is. All right, let's go ahead and put that aside. And we'll throw our extra 89O over here. Now we got an 1886O, so that's very, very cool. We'll throw that right there, and that is definitely obviously a very ugly 86O, so pretty cool that we have another one for the book. Here we go. We got another 1921. Now this one right here, we got another mint mark, it looks like. That is a 21S. Take a look at that. So we do have a 1921S. We'll put that with our other 21. And that has some green, it looks like maybe there was a piece of tape going across that one. So that explains why it's in here. And right here, we got a 27. This thing has absolutely been cleaned. It looks like a 27S. We'll throw that over there. Here we go with another 1921. Somebody took a polishing rag to this. And that's another 21 with a mint mark, but it's, you know, heavily cleaned. And we'll just throw that to the side. We'll just, you know, we'll keep these. We like those. And here we go with another piece dollar, 1922, super common date. That one actually had some luster. This one right here, we got a 1923. That's a 23D, heavily circulated, XF, maybe fine even. You know, probably more of a fine on this one, actually. The more I look at it, that one obviously we'll throw to the side. Here we go. We got another 1922, and is that another 22S? It is. It's another 22S. We'll throw that over there. And here we go with another 21. Ooh, that's a 21 Philly, but guys, look at this. It's really lustrous. You really don't want this to be in a low grade set because that's actually really, really nice. We'll do something with this on the stream or stacker box or something in the future. Here's a very ugly 21 Philly. There we go. So now we have the 21 P, D, and S. We did have that, right? We had a D and an S. Is that correct? Yes. So we have a 21 P, D, and S, and our 21P. Look at that thing. Perfect for a low grade set because there's something going on there. We'll put that up there. This one right here, we got an 189010. Now 910, this is another example of a coin that is worth an absolute ton in uncirculated. These start in uncirculated condition at like $200, but in this grade, obviously, it's a call. Do we have a 91? Nope, we do not have a 91, so we're going to put it right there. We'll put these 21s up here, trying to keep these somewhat organized. And again, we'll get a Dansko album in another video in the future. We'll load these into the Dansko album and see where we are. Here we go. We got a 1922. That's a Philly. That's super common. This one right here, it looks like we have an 1899-0. So this one has got XF condition. It's got some good rub on the wings here. The breast feather's flat. Very nice though, 1899-0. This one in XF, you know, the reason it's in the call bag, same thing, is 1899-0 at XF. Gray sheet is $28 on this, and that's why it's in the call bag. But it's perfect for what we're trying to do. So we'll put that right there. All right. Next one, we have another piece dollar. That's a 1922. We'll just throw that over here. Here we go. We got an 1898 Philly. Now, this actually has a little bit of breast feathers left. It doesn't look like there's much rub on the wings. 1898 Philly. This one's probably a nice AU. Now, I don't think this one should be in here, to be honest with you. 1898 at AU is a $32 coin, which I mean, I guess that's pretty fair if you look at the market right now with what call silver dollars are going for. Like on eBay, they're going for around $34, $35. So I guess, like I said, you know, this supposedly was a bunch of different ones that was pulled out, you know, probably because of where the price of your call silver dollars are, where they're going, with the premiums. They're like, all right, let's get rid of them. So we got an 1898. We're going to need to make a second row here because we're getting out of room. And we'll keep our 21s up here. So we'll just do it like this. We got 3 rows going so you guys can kind of see what's going on. All right, here we go. Another 1921. This one's got tape and all sorts of stuff on it. Still good luster, but a call nonetheless. Here we go with a 23. We don't need to really worry about that, especially in that condition. Another 21. Now this one right here might be even more of a candidate for our low grade book. It's a 21 Philly. You know what? It's much darker, but it doesn't have whatever's going on up here. So honestly, if I were to have to choose between these two for the book, I'd go with this one. Even though it's really dark, it doesn't have that gunk or whatever's going on at the top. So we'll actually replace what we have there. Another peace dollar, 1922, another common date. This one right here, we have another 1922, another common date. There's a mint mark there. That is a 22S. We are not doing peace dollars today, and obviously really common. So here we go. We got an 1890. This thing has been cleaned, and it looks like it was in like a display or something. Take a look at that, trying to get that to focus. You see the color there? Yeah, that looks like it was in a display or something like that. So we got an 1890. We don't have an 1890 yet, do we? No, we have an 1889, 1900, 1901. So we do need an 18. Oh, we have an 1891 up here. We got these out of order. Oops. What are you doing, Seeker? Okay. Still, we don't have an 1890. So super cleaned, super circulated, 1890. This one right here, there's a very good reason it's in there because it's cleaned, heavily circulated. All right, so next up, we have a 1922 Philly. No need to worry about that because, again, we're not doing peace dollars. Another 1922 Philly. No need to worry about that. Another peace dollar here. Another 1922 Philly. A lot of 1922 Phillies in this. Another one. Here we go. We got a 1934. I'm going to put this aside for the end recap. Just because 34s are better finds, even though in low grade like this one right here, this is fine at best. It is a 1934D. These are worth a lot of money when you get to uncirculated. We're going to put that aside because it's a pretty cool find. All right, so right here, look at this, guys. I mean, I get it because peace dollars are just so common. Boy, look at the luster on this 23 just sitting in this bag getting all scratched up. I'm going to put this thing aside and save it from its doom. So here we go. We have another 1889. We have an 1889 already, right? Yeah, we have an 1889. Is that another 1889? Oh, guys, look at that. We have 3, because we had another one we threw aside, another 1889. Oh, holy smokes. Man, if these were in better condition, could you imagine? We're still going to keep this for our low grade. All right, so here we go. We have a 1921. Again, we're not concerned about changing out what we have really. 1900. Okay, we got a 1900 Philly. Now 1900 Philly, same thing. It's a really common date for Morgans. This one it's an XF. It's an XF. There's rub on the wings, but you know, again, 1900 Philly XF is $28 in gray sheet, and so I get why it's in here. And oh man, I've already forgotten. We've already had another 1900, so we actually have 2. Man, you know what? I like this one better for the book because this one's got so much going on. All right. So I keep forgetting which ones I already had found. This one right here, guys, we have an 1885. So 1885, same thing. It's a common date. It's even common in uncirculated grades. It's a really nice looking circulated coin though. And so where we got a spot for this thing at? Right up here? Yeah, so we do have a spot for our 1885. Let's make some room by moving these over like this. Still keep them in the camera. And our 21s, of course. All right, hey, take a look at this. We have another 1934. This one now, this is a 34. Is that? What do we have there? It's an S. Got a 34S, heavily circular. We'll put that with the other 34. Oh, look at this. So another 1923. But look at the luster. I mean, there's a little bit of rub there. It's not an unk, but man, that's a nice AU with luster. Let's put that over there with the other one. We have an 1888 Philly. So 1888 Philly, again, common date. when you're talking about circulated, and this is even common uncirculated. This one, very flat breast, a little bit of rub on the wings. This looks to be, ooh, it's very fine, plus XF. A lot of rub here across the hairline, and it's been cleaned. And if you can look at the letters, you can tell this thing has been cleaned because of all the darkness around the letters and E pluribus unum. So perfect for our little set here. 1888. Do we have a spot for it? And we do. We have a spot right there. So we'll just move these around like so. So far we have found 11 plus 3. So that is 14 so far for what we're wanting to do. Okay. Next up, we have a 1922. That had a mint mark. I didn't get close enough to look. Here we go with another 1885. This is an 1885S. We did not find one of these earlier. Boy, this thing is gone. Something was sitting on it and rusted on top of it. Obviously, the coin itself doesn't rust, but whatever was on this rusted. Now, the 1885S, this is a good find because this is a call in, less than fine grade. I think at fine, it's like $30. At VG, it's like 25. But uncirculated, this coin is a $300 coin all day. And so that's a really good find because it fits our book. And we already had an 85O, and now we have an 85S to go along with it. So very, very cool. All right, so we have right here, this is an 1884. This is an 1884S. Now, same thing. Let me tell you something about the 1884S. This one might actually blow your mind. Very, very circulated 84Ss are really, really common. Really quick, just think in your head, just top of your head. I'm going to give you the answer in a second. What do you think an MS63 1884S goes for right now? If you guessed $27,000 or $28,000 at retail, you would be right. Even gray sheet on an MS63 is $26,000. At MS64, it is 6 digits. It is $110,000 in gray sheet for a MS64 of an 1884S. But at the same time, a circulated one, heavily circulated like this, been cleaned, it's a cull. Ain't that crazy? That just goes to show you the huge disparity between, a heavily circulated rare date and how rare they are to find in uncirculated grades. So, man, boy, don't you wish we had like a nice uncirculated 84S? Wouldn't that be mind-blowing? But it's perfect for what we're doing with this set. So we will make a little spot for it, and that's pretty exciting. So, again, that coin would be worth a lot if it were just a little bit nicer. All right, so with our piece dollars, man, we have another 34. Look at that. Now, it's a 34 Philly, but still, we found another 34. We will take it. 1922 with some, that was in a dance school album or something causing it to tone like that. Don't need that. We have another 1923 right there. No need for that, although that had some decent luster on it. You could tell that it was circulated. Here's a 23 that is really, really ugly. I'm not even going to look at the mint mark on that thing. Oh, look at this. We have another lustrous piece dollar here. Another 23 with good luster. I'm going to put that is 3 23s with really good luster, all Phillies. Here's another 21. No interest or need in that one. We got another 23 right here. This one's heavily circulated. No need to worry about that. Another 21 with a little bit of something going on. We have an 1890 O. So our 1890 O, this one right here, if it were uncirculated, it would be worth quite a bit. These started around $75 in uncirculated grade, but again, circulated ones like this, all they are is calls. And we already have an 1890 O. See, I forgot again. All right, so we have to compare. What are we going to do here? Boy, it's a tough call. We'll go with that one. All right. So next up, we have another 1921. We have a 1923S, it looks like. We have an 1886, and it is an O. So 1886 O is another example of a rare one in uncirculated condition and really, really common in cull or heavily circulated condition. So 1886 O, just to give you an example, is about a $30 to $35 coin at VG Fine. And this one right here, probably a VG. Very ugly. Looks like it's been cleaned, which is why it's probably in the culls. 1886 O uncirculated. MS60, $800. MS63, $2,200. MS64, $6,800. MS65, $132,000. Well, we have, what do we already have? Oh my gosh. How many times have I talked about the 86O in this video? That's, because we already had an 86O. Holy smokes. Look at that too. No, you can see what's going on with this right here because again, these are all coins that probably were held aside. And now that the premiums on silver dollars are really, really high, they're getting rid of them. So I'm okay with that because it helps us put this low grade set together. All right, so here we go. We have another one with luster. It's a 22. We're going to put that over with our little luster stack. That's what we're going to call that. This one here, we got another 1922. No need to worry about it. We have an 1880. This is an 1880. So the 1880 heavily circulated. This one right here, guys, I mean, it looks to be VG at best. Yeah, I mean, it's got full run. But anyway, 1880 is another example of one that uncirculated goes over $100. It's a call in this condition. So, oh man, I'm dropping them on top of each other. How many of the people watching this hate me for what I just did there, dropping those? We talked about the 1880. Look at all the doubles in here. I mean, holy smokes. But we're going to upgrade because I didn't really like the paint on the back of the one that we chose earlier. All right, so here we go. We got a 1924. That's a Philly. This one right here, we're getting close. We have an 1897, guys. So we got an 1897 O. So we got an 1897 O. Now the 1897 O, another example, call in really low grades, or if it's been cleaned, this one looks like someone actually polished it. This one's been polished for sure. That's why it's in the call bag. But this one right here, guys, if this were uncirculated, starts at $900 for just an MS60. We will take it. Now I'm pretty, oh my gosh. Oh, 97. Oh my gosh. I was like, did we really talk about this one already too? All right, we did not. So we did not have an 1897 O. All right, so here we go with a 1922 circulated Philly. We have an 1899 O. I think we already had the 99 O. We did. So another 1899 O. Actually, this one is much worse than the one that we already had picked out. You know what? What the heck? I mean, they're both really common. This one circulated enough to be in a low grade book, don't you think? I think this one, I'm not going for a low ball set. I'm just going for a low grade set. There's a huge difference. All right, so take a look at this, guys. We do have an 1879. This is the second year of silver dollar. It's an 1879 Philly. Very, very cool. So with the 1879 Philly, I mean, it's a nice coin to find uncirculated. It really is a call. It's only $25 at VG, 26 at fine, in the gray sheet. So we'll take it. That's also the second year of Morgan. All right, so here we go. Next up, we have a 1924 Philly. No need to worry about that one. Holy smokes, this 1924 Philly right here has been polished to oblivion. We have a 1922 Philly right there. And to finish us off, we have a 1902 Philly. And we will put the 02 Philly right there. So let's take a look at what we kind of found, all right? So we found, we'll get these right here. We'll get the 21s really down here. So we found an 1879. We got an 1880. I believe that's an O, right? Yeah, we got an 1884 S. We have an 1885 O and S. We have an 1886 O. We have an 1888 O. We have an 1889 O. We have an 1890 O. These are a lot of New Orleans mints. 1891 O, 1902 Philly. We have an 1898. I got these kind of messed up out of order. An 1898 Philly, 1899 O, 1900 Philly, 1901 Philly. 1901 O, and then our whole PD&S set of the 21s and the 1902 Philly. So that's what's going to get us started in our set. So we got 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19 coins to get us started on our set. Not really bad. We're going to go ahead and put these in a little tube. We're going to mark them for the Dansko, and when we get the Dansko album for these, we will get started filling the book, and we will update you every time we go through some silver dollars to find out what we have. Additionally, guys, we did pull out 334, so I'm not upset about that. We have this 1889 S that I pulled aside. It's really not bad for an 89S. It's a little dirty. We have this 1921 that I pulled aside because it has really good luster. We have another 1921 that I pulled aside because it has really good luster. And we have our luster stack of 1922 and 23 piece dollars that you guys saw earlier. So that's the hunt that we have for you today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Don't forget to like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel because I'd really love to have you back in future videos. And at the end of the day, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did leave a video above. You can check out if you haven't seen it yet. I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to my awesome channel supporters scrolling right there on the right hand of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.